protocol. Ethan, Kiwi, welcome. And let's start once again with a quick round of introduction. Feel free to tell us about yourself, your role on the team, and you can describe your project just in one simple sentence. Yeah, and feel free to add some fact about you. So yeah, let's go. Ethan, you can start.
Okay. Hey, Ruslan. Thanks for the intro. So my name's Ethan. I am head of developer relations at StonFi. My job is to work with all the developers integrating our tech. So it's quite a fun job being able to see what cool protocols and DeFi are being built. I get to work directly with them. In StonFi, we are the leading DEX on Ton, an automated market maker, where you can add to liquidity pools to earn yield, as well as swap. And I'll also probably tell you a bit more about our OmniStone protocol that is an aggregator, which is pretty cool. But yeah, that's in short, that is StonFi and what I do.
Great to hear. Thanks for intro. And Kiwi, it's your turn.
Hello everyone. Happy to be here. I'm Kiwi, head of community and marketing. So basically, I'm the person who checks what's happening on Tone, the vibe, and much more. And Tone Stakers is the top liquid staking protocol within Tone blockchain. So it's very easy, very convenient. I think that the name speaks about itself. And everyone who listens to us right now, please retweet the space support with the comment, because you are also a Tone community voice, which is really great. So happy to be here and happy today talking about trading, staking, and much more.
Yeah, definitely, guys. Feel free to share this space and show some love for our guests, for Atomic Wallet, for StonFi, Tone Stakers. And before we zoom into your projects, let's take a step back and look at the picture, at bigger picture of the whole electronic system, maybe crypto in general. So yeah, I believe like everyone familiar with the situation we had like last Friday, I believe. Yeah. So yeah, we will talk about this later. But talking about Tone ecosystem, personally, I have opinion that Tone, especially this year, it's growing rapidly, especially with these Telegram mini apps. It was always been a thing because I'm personally using Telegram every day. So these mini apps, it's pretty handful. But besides of that, there's a crazy traction about NFT, these collectible gifts or something. It's heavily supported by Telegram founder. So yeah, I believe Ton is the only one blockchain that currently have good volumes in NFT trading. So yeah, and for sure we have Ton DeFi with the strong projects supporting it. But yeah, guys, from your perspective, what your opinion on ecosystem, how it looks nowadays? Is it strong? Or yeah, also feel free to share your opinion on the next system. And yeah, you can say more about the market situation. Like yeah, just some yapping.
Yeah, I mean, you are right there with the NFTs. I believe it's actually ranked, has the highest volume for NFT trading, right? And there's a lot of different new mini apps coming up that are, sort of evolving around this whole gift surge, right? With even aggregating different marketplaces. So it's quite interesting. It's quite new, and there's a lot of projects working in that area. And then as for user activity and volume, it's a bit lower from the 2024 days, but that was expected because last year there was a lot of incentives coming from the Ton ecosystem. And so that brought in some more users. So now like the state of the market right now is actually like the size it should be, but with a lot of potential to grow. As you know, Ton is very close with Telegram. It's in a way Telegram's chain. And so, there's 1 billion users on Telegram. So as of right now, if you go to like Telegram App Center, there's around 500K active users in the DeFi with the mini apps, and so just think of the opportunity that can grow. The closer, the more we work with Telegram and the Ton ecosystem.
Yeah. So, Kiwi, what's your opinion on the current situation on Ton ecosystem and crypto in general?
I feel like we are in a constant grow, and when people say we are still early, it's actually quite accurate because comparing the journey of how Tone was 3 years ago, 2 years ago, a year ago, and now it's totally a different story. And I really love to see how amount of the developers growing and how much people bringing within the network itself their imagination, their inspiration, and everything what comes to that. And I do really like how our community becomes more mature, more understanding what DeFi is, and using different tools. Like back in the years, for the example, 2 years ago, everyone were just only getting familiar with tone staking, ToneFi, liquidity pools, and much more. And right now, everyone has actually know what's ToneFi. We use it on a regular basis, and everyone knows what OmniStone concept is about. So right now, we do have a quiet matter. Like, last summer it was about tap to earn, which also brought a lot of value to the ecosystem. Now it's a summer and autumn of many different things, not only one direction, but actually NFT stickers, game to earn, and also meme season that some of the community members are expecting to have. I know that Tom Foundation has been working a lot and bringing a lot of value to the developers too. I really like how much mature we came and how much value and explosion the ecosystem gets all of their time. So the good time is ahead of us. We're already in a good time, but much more fun time is coming, in my opinion.
Yeah, I hope so.
And something
Sorry.
that
Yeah, you can continue.
I was just saying something to add about how the early I remember seeing a graph. It was March 2024 was like really the first volume in Ton. Before that, it was very, very minimal. So in a way, it's just over a year old that this activity has really began in the DeFi side. So uh, still early, and there's plenty of room for growth. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, you mentioned this meta of tap to earn application and mini apps. A few weeks ago, we hosted Space with Bloom. Like it was a big. It's not just was. It's still in the space. Is a big application in Ton ecosystem, and yeah, I believe that those search with Trigger mini apps is onboarded a lot of new users from Web 2 to Web 3 with these simple mechanics, and then after airdrops, some of them was successful, some was not that successful, but they did those onboarding because it brings some liquidity and stuff. So yeah, it was a strong push for Ton ecosystem. Okay, so yeah, by the way, DeFi, you just reached a huge milestone recently. You guys raised 9.5 millions, as I can remember, Series A. It's really huge. Congrats on that. And can you tell more about how you're gonna, not spend, but how you're gonna improve your product with this investments, and what's the vision behind that raise?
Yeah, so that was our Series A round, and it was led by Ribbit Capital. The what we're doing with that is we are moving into building a V3. This would be for concentrated liquidity, but with our own sort of secret sauce that I'm quite excited for. But I'll leave it at that for now. But that's kind of we're shooting for around Q1 next year to launch that. At the same time, we're also building cross chain to be multi chain, and that's using a similar approach. And with OmniSton. I don't know if any of you, I'll have to probably explain a little bit about OmniSton in a bit, but it's a request for quote. So resolvers can connect in this cross-chain approach, find the best routes for users for the best swaps that way, right? So yeah, going multi-chain is the real key from that investment on what we're building as well, because it's very important to have a good cross-chain mechanism because it brings more people into Ton as well, right? But yeah, it's raise to can then build like crazy, right? So that's what we're doing.
Yeah, congrats again. It's a huge milestone, and yeah, going to the cross chain, it's definitely a good decision because having this limitation, it's not that good in my opinion. So yeah, because at Atomic Wallet we also have this vision of being cross chain, so we have everything. Every big chain is natively supported in Atomic Wallet. So yeah, coming back to the markets, last Friday, as I mentioned, we had this big announcement about tariff and stuff, and it was kind of shocking for the whole crypto landscape how this announcement affected Ton market, and what kind of impact did you notice on your users' activity?
For me first or Kiwi?
Yeah, guys, you guys can solve it by your own. So yeah, okay, Ethan. So you started, so you can lead the conversation.
Okay, so is your question about what happened last Friday with the market? Is that
Yeah,
the topic of what I
in
understand?
general, you can just say how it affected Ton, and how it affected not just Ton but user activity on your application.
Well, user activity definitely went up. So that was a big volume day. That usually happens when either it's a big drop or a big increase adds more volume for swaps. That's for sure. And I guess really people that were hurt from it were maybe holding like derivatives, right? I think they were mentioning that 20 billion was wiped out. Luckily, a company doesn't gamble on derivatives, right? Or doing perp trading. So everyone else, we're safe there. It was a little bit of the market went down, but then it recovered a bit. It's expected. But yeah, it was definitely an interesting day. I think it was a record breaking loss at the time, and then it recovered. So it would be interesting to hear the stories of the people that bought when it went all the way down. Right? I guess when it goes down, you should always buy some more.
Buy the dips.
And when things are just going well, right? Yeah, you sell, right? But it's hard to do that. Everyone wants to. They see the hype, and that's when they usually do the opposite. But yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And what about Ton staking? I believe it's kind of slightly different because it's related to staking, and you have some unstaking period. But yeah, how this whole price changing affected Ton stakers' user activity?
I always like to say that stakers on the market sleep with the beautiful dreams and the chillest one, because basically, if you do have a strategy that I like to call smart holding, you put your ton into staking, right? And the beauty of liquidity staking is that you can unstake anytime you wish to. Like if you wake up on Friday and Saturday night, 5 a.m., and you see what's happening in the market, and you kind of a panic. Actually, if you wish to sell, you can easily unstake. So because we do provide such flexibility for users. There is no lock period, right? But taking a look what has happened in the community, nothing much got an impact, to be honest, because it's just you staking. So I know that it's not a financial advice, but it's fun that I've seen people sharing that actually they were able to buy tone when the price went rapidly down, like around $5 and something like that. So instead of going to the market and actually trade, they put it more into staking, which is kind of a cool thing to me. And speaking of staking, so once you stake, you receive TS Stone, which is a liquid staking token or a small hero, which you also can use in different DeFi protocols within Tone Stakers Earn option. So I feel like there is no panic attack or something like that. It's more like about how you actually can make your assets work for you, because for tone staking you receive from 3 to 5 API, and then if you use T-Stone in other protocols you can actually have external yield. Meanwhile you're still receiving your staking rewards. So as for now, no, we are quite chilly all the time and very enjoying the market, seeing what's happening. Hopefully no one heard it and no one got liquidated, because that was the hugest liquidation through last several years comparing to COVID times and much more. Yeah, so let's see how the future of market is going to be. Everyone's saying it's October time, so it's kind of interesting to mention that Halloween spooky times went a bit early on the market, but yet here we are.
Yeah, definitely.
The something I wanted to add. I was reading, and this is more like just regular finance, but the group that earns the most from investing is actually dead people, because they leave their assets in place and never buy or sell or with any panic. It just sits there forever. So good. It's when you're staking, especially with ton stakers, just leaving it through the bumpy times is sometimes the best approach, right? Dead people are winning out on their investments. It sounds like, invest and then leave it be for many years, right?
Yeah, exactly. Buy your assets and stake it. So yeah, actually this announcement hurt the traders, active traders who had position opened in perpetuals trading, futures trading. But yeah, if you want to sleep well in the nights, no matter what announcements in the world you have, just buy your tone and stake it. Okay, so we coming to the next section. So it's more about technique. We will talk about how DeFi thrives when liquidity and yield work together. And so yeah, that's definitely what StoneFi Tone Stack is about. So Ethan, let's start with StoneFi. You are widely known as Stone main automated market maker, and we love the whole, let's say, user experience with these new zero fees and slippage you offer. But for people who might be not deep into DeFi, into the Tone ecosystem, can you explain in simple terms how the whole swap mechanics actually works and what makes it so efficient compared to the other market makers?
Yeah. So this actually this is perfect timing to talk about OmniStone. This is actually what makes our swaps very efficient and that gives the best prices. You might be familiar with like 1inch that gives the best price, right, in Ethereum, because they're aggregating different dexes, so finding the best rate from a different dex, right? Jupiter does the same thing for Solana. So that's what we're also doing. So we do have our own DEX, but we have built on top of that an aggregator that also utilizes routes to other DEXs as well. And it does this not just us. Like we also have our own resolver, but other aggregators can actually connect to it. These are there's a few ton aggregators such as like Swap Coffee. There's Rainbow Swap. But also even like OTC providers that have internal liquidity can connect to this. And so it's in a way like a marketplace where other protocols can help find the best routes as well, right? Together. And that's what we call a request for quote. So they get the volume if they have the best quote to the user. It will show up on this swap. And because of that, that actually gives the best possible price than if you were just swapping on a individual DEX. And there's elements too. There's they call it multi-routing, where maybe half your trade goes to one DEX, and then the second half of trade goes to another DEX, and it also gives you the ability that you can swap any two tokens and they don't have to have a pool. And so that's what's pretty cool about Omniston, and that's also how the swap rates are great. Yeah, it's kind of how it works in the background.
Yeah, so you previously mentioned your plans to go in cross-chain. They're going to bring this omni-chain, yeah? Omniston, my bad. Omniston functionality to the cross-chain swaps.
Yeah, that's the plan. We're starting with Ton and Tron as the first chain, but yeah, it will also have resolvers, and these resolvers are benefit from it through doing arbitrage. So think of they connect and earn off the spread, but give the best price for that transaction. So that's how the approach. So very similar. Omniston in Ton aggregating will be the same approach with Omniston crosschain.
Okay, so in crypto we have currently this small meta called BNB meta. So there's a lot of meme coins launching on BNB chain. So what's hot on StoneFi? What's the most actively traded asset on StoneFi currently?
We did so one of the leading lending protocols recently launched a token. I believe they might have one of the top volumes right now. That's Ava. So when a new protocol on Ton that's big launches, that I would say that is something to look out. I know there's expected. I think even Kiwi was mentioning about there will be a meme season coming soon. I think they did something called like Memelandia that will hopefully bring more memes which will be interesting. But yeah, it's usually new protocols that are quite big on Ton launching their token. We're always the spot for that. So, but definitely check out the Ava is a pretty cool protocol, and their token is live on StoneFi.
Yeah, definitely. EVA was really big announcement, big launch. Even I heard about it, and I'm actually personally uses it EVA as well. Okay, so with that, we're gonna switch gears to the staking. Kiwi, now we're gonna lead the conversation. So Ton Stakers is the most known in the Ton ecosystem liquid staking protocol. But for anyone who are new for this idea, for Ton market in general, what exactly is Ton Staker and how liquidity staking working on the network?
Sure. So I feel like the name itself already says what it is, right? You simply stake your tone, and also you stay liquid. So you can start easily from one tone, and you can start from anywhere you wish to. Most of any kind of tier 1, tier 2 wallets already support tone stakers, and sometimes you actually cannot know that that's tone stakers, but this we are. So you have your tone, you put it on stake, and then you receive from 3 to 5 API, which is kind of cool to me. Once you stake your tone, you receive TS tone, which is liquid chat tone that you can use across different DeFi protocols. The list is quite huge. It's quite beautiful to me. It can be used in lending such as Morpho, Euler, Java, Affluent. If you want to try something very unique, which recently boomed the Tone ecosystem, and it's called yield tokenization, very welcome to check Fiverr. And of course, TS Tone is support in liquidity pools on DEXs, including Tonka, Curve, StoneFi, DDust, and much more integrations are coming along. So it's kind of cool. To me personally, why I like Tone Stickers and why I actually joined the team is because it has several reasons, right? The first one is decentralized, which meant to say anyone who using Tone Stickers is actually taking care of their own assets. The smart contract is fully secure. It's fully decentralized, and only you have the access to assets, which to me is kind of very mature and very essential when it comes to wallet holdings. Two, it's security. So there is top security. We audited with Certic, and the score is 95 out of 100, which is kind of cool. And last but not the least is a freedom of action. So if you want to unstake anytime, feel free to do so. If you want to stake anytime, feel free to do so. I like to call it also a power of engine on Tone, because whenever you start your journey on Tone, you're always thinking your ass is working for you. So where the Tone stakers come in first place? That's it. Simple like that.
Yeah, definitely. I personally like the idea of staking in general. So liquid staking is a perfect solution because you're not just simply locking your assets, but it's still flexible and you can still participate in DeFi by using these, how it's called correctly, like liquid tokens or something like this. Yeah. So can you share more about on stakers, like in terms of numbers? What's about current total value locked or some number of active stakers?
Yeah, sure. We support the transparency, so all the information actually can be Googled or found on our official tonstakers.com channel website. But anyways, we have more than 100,000 stakers, which is a beautiful number, and I hope that it's going to grow over time. And there is more than $109.5 million as a total value locked right now. You can also do the math. So it's also one of the top leading first protocol on DAO Llama. You can very welcome to check that too. And yet, more to achieve, more to build, and more to bring into the space.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I actually like that you're transparent in that term. But yeah, I just want to give you opportunity to flex with numbers. So yeah, you guys like built a great project. So yeah, and you deserve the big community. Okay, so with that, we moving to the more interesting part because I'm personally, I can call myself a builder. So we're gonna talk about community and builders on Telegram, not Telegram, but on blockchain. So let's imagine that I'm newbie and I want to develop an application or something on Ton, and I want to integrate swaps or staking functionality into my wallet or application. Where should I begin? Like, can I access like SDK, API, or something? So yeah, you can lead the conversation now.
All right. Yeah, so you can find our docs. It's even right on the landing page. You scroll down, you can see the documentation. So we have SDK for swaps. We also have quick guides. So if you are developing using like Node.js or React, we also have Python. But the quick guides are quite excellent that allows you for beginners to go through. So at the very top of our documentation, when you click on it, you can see the quick guides. It's also very vibe coding friendly. So if you today and in the future, vibe coding is getting more and more popular, and this is basically coding your application using AI prompting, right? And so the quick guides are also very excellent for that because it does the step-by-step process. So whether you're building with Python or React or Node.js, just those guides will be perfect. But very soon, I was talking to the product team. We're hoping next month we'll be also launching a widget, which is much even easier to integrate if the project or the mini app wants just the swap function, right? Nothing, no DeFi element behind the scene. The widget is super fast because that's only a few lines of code, right? To integrate. So we're quite excited that, and then you'll even be able to change the branding colors, the font. So it will be to match your branding as well. So that's pretty cool. That's something I'm pretty excited, and I know other builders are, because that will speed up the process of building. And then if you think about it too, integrating OmniStone swaps, why that's much easier for builders is you don't have to now integrate each DEX SDK. You can just integrate OmniStone, and that just saves a tremendous amount of time on the developer side with building.
Yeah, that's great. And now let's talk about how developers can start with Ton stakers.
Easy. Just like Stake and Tone, to be honest. We do have the developer support, so our SDK is very open to everyone, so anyone can take and integrate Tone stakers, and also we can provide any support for that. If anyone from developers have any questions, we're very happy to do so. You can reach the team through official support channels or in our community, both Twitter and Telegram. And we do have quite interesting cases where tone staking was not only limited to DeFi protocols, but also GameFi options. Just for example, there's a beautiful game, Meme Hustle. So guys just understood that they can step further and not only build GameFi experience, which is quite unique, but also integrate DeFi, helping bringing players and gamers closer to understanding what DeFi tools there are they can use. So yeah, it's very easy and convenient. So very welcome to build with us. We are happy to support.
Okay.
And something I forgot to mention too, on the builder side, we do have a grant program. So you can actually, it's a Google search away. Just type ston.fi grants. And we have a cool grant program. It's for small grants to integrate. So it's like your development time you would need to put in. We can help with some funds that way. And then and anyone that integrates StonFi, we always do promotion. So we post on our big social media channels about your integration to get our users to check you out as a product. And we as a even on the DevRel side, we help out with QA testing. So all developers, anyone building on StonFi, definitely reach out to us. They'll and we're always there, giving dev support, helping with any technical questions, also doing QA testing because we want to make sure your product's working very well before we promote it to our community. To get you users. I like to say at StonFi, no developer is left behind. That's our motto.
Yeah, that's actually great to hear that you provide not just technical support, but also some incentivized support and even support on social media, because I believe that nowadays it's not just enough to have a strong product, but also it's important to be viral on social media, mainly on X, because without community, without user base, there is no reason to build a product. So yeah, it's really good for builders. If anyone here plans to build on Ton, so yeah, consider this option, and yeah, grow together with StonFi and Ton stakers. So yeah, with that, we move into the next section, and it's actually a hot topic. It's about tokenomics, especially in DeFi, where incentivized design can make or break a project. So yeah, but both of your teams have been creative in finding ways to how to reward engagement and build community loyalty. So let's start with Ton stakers. And talking about Ton stakers and TS Ton, how do users earn rewards through liquid staking? Are you distributed automatically or on some schedule?
Yeah, so rewards are distributed with every validation cycle, which is in simple terms it takes 36 hours, but rewards are distributed every 18 hours roughly. So you can track your staking rewards easily through Tone Stakers mini app. Check the link in our Telegram official community, or it also can be available through our web version website, tonestakers.com, which is quite easy and convenient because you can track how much tone you have available to stake, how much tone in staking, how much rewards are distributed, what is the current duration of a validation cycle, when it's over, when it starts, and much more. And right now we're also building something very beautiful. I'm not going to share and spoiler it yet, but I feel like it's going to bring the whole new game into the staking experience. So stay tuned and make sure you follow our announcements because we do creating something very unique, which Tone didn't have yet. But I feel like this change is going to be very positively, both for the community and both for the developers.
Yeah, and I wanna highlight just one thing that I found today from Kiwi on this space. There is no unbound unstaking period for Tone. So you want to withdraw your Tone, so yeah, you're free to do it like at the same second as you wanted, because in different blockchains, there sometimes it can takes like even many weeks or days. So yeah, it's give you more flexibility. Okay, and yeah, talking about the bigger picture of development of Tone Stakers, you already shared this comment announcement. I'm really excited about it. But yeah, can you share about how do you guys plan to promote long-term participation rather than short-term? How are you gonna plan to keep user engaged with the project mission?
Yeah, we actually always keeping community engaged and busy with something. Just for the reference, in August we hosted a quite beautiful campaign with Binance Wallet, which also helped to bring new users into Town ecosystem and yet bring a lot of quality and good rewards for stakers. And we actually constantly supporting TS Stone as the utility and expanding it to different protocols. So if you want to check it out, please do. On Stakers earn, and you never get stopping. So we actually building a quite long sustainable opportunity for yield and for those who are actually even newbies in DeFi, pro DeFi, or any kind of level DeFi to enjoy it fully and maximize their holdings as much as possible.
Yeah, sounds great. So yeah, actually Binance Wallet, it's kind of new wallet because there was no such thing as a wallet on satellite exchanges, and yeah, Binance Wallet become a game changer. So it kick started many projects with this alpha program, and yeah, it's great to hear that Don Staker also participated in such kind of activity. Okay, and moving to the StoneFi, Ethan. So what's the role of the Stone token? Is it mainly for staking, governance, or there are some extra role beside that?
Yeah, so Ston, there's staking that you're able to stake your Son, and then you gives you access to our upcoming DAO launch, which is actually very soon. We're weeks away. It's possible, actually, it could be in this month, but we'll see. But we're right now company wide testing the DAO platform, where you if you have staked TON, you get a a SBD called Arkanston, and through that, connecting your wallet, you're able to send proposals, vote on different proposals, and according to our white paper, obviously the DAO will decide future utility mechanics for Ston, but our vision in the white paper has our protocol fees get put back into Ston. So that's like our model to continue having Dawn Treasury get filled up, right? It keeps everything sustainable with the grant program, the Ston ambassadors, which also receive Ston rewards for their support with the marketing team. So that's the vision, and I'm really excited for the DAO. It's probably one of the coolest like UI interface UX I've seen. I don't know if you've tried other DAOs in the past, but this is usually one of the things that are pretty poorly done in Web3, the DAO system. So quite excited for that. So if you so anyone listening wants to also, when we launch our DAO, participate, you stake your ton or stake your ston.
Yeah, great to hear. So you started talking about the roadmap. So you currently have DAO launch in plan. So yeah, can you share more something about your roadmap, or is it all you can share?
Yeah, so the short-term roadmap, I was mentioning that, we're launching the widget, we're launching the DAO, and then, like I was mentioning, the long-term, but not too long in the future, but in a few quarters, our V3 with concentrated liquidity, so that will bring higher yield for adding into the pools, right? And obviously there's cross-chain there. We're also looking at having limit orders in the future too, spot margin trading as well. So those are kind of like some of the elements. There's definitely more. I have to just think, like, we are always like continuously improving the decks, and continue improving actually the product from user feedback. So, but that's right now at the top of my head, what we're currently working on. I would say out of all of that, the DAO will be the next big announcement coming up.
So yeah, guys, make sure to follow Stonefy, because yeah, I share your opinion about that DAO gonna be huge, because I believe that products lead by this community engagement. Yeah, that's the reason why you actually build the products. So yeah, without community, there's no reason to build. So yeah, keep updated as about DAO. Okay.
Yeah.
And what's on the roadmap for Ton stakers for the coming months? Kiwi?
Looks like she is a listener now. You might have to request her mic again.
Yeah. So yeah, we can continue conversation about the roadmap. So yeah, you actually showed a lot of
the right to speak. So I didn't hear it. That's how X works.
Yeah. Sometimes X doing this, especially with the spaces. So yeah, it's quite unstable. So yeah, what's in roadmap of Ton stakers? What's coming in few months?
Oh, in a few months it's going to be hot. I feel like it's going to be immersive, but I'm sorry, I not yet have a right to share a little bit of what's cooking from the development part and from the partnership part. But anyway, please stay tuned, follow us on X so you do not miss it, because you're gonna love it.
Yeah, I definitely already love it. So yeah, guys, once again, make sure to follow our guests, because they're real builders and they're leading the whole ecosystem. So yeah. Talking about the community. So yeah, actually I started about the community when we discussed DAO and stuff. Yeah. So what community actually means to the Ton stakers? How do you keep your users informed and motivated? Like, yeah, of course it's social media, but do you run some? Yeah. So I wanted to drop some insights on that. At Atomic Wallet, we recently launched Galaxy. So yeah, it's well known in the space for hosting quests and stuff. So yeah, it's actually a great tool to stay informed your community, because you can launch even educational quests and stuff. So guys, do you have such things at your projects?
We actually do not. I feel like the most important part when it comes to the community is actually talking to your community. Of course, Quest platforms is a great option to grow your audience, especially when you only start in the space or you want to grow rapidly and quick. But it doesn't bring you the real communication, and I feel like communication is the key. So we're constantly supporting the creators, nevertheless, big, small, medium, the ones who only starting or not, constantly participate in sessions, talking to our audience and supporting the creators and builders. And if you want to hear a bit of the personal stories, very welcome. We do have a quite interesting sessions with Jana Queen, Geo, and much more. And yeah, I feel like Ton is so many beautiful people. I mean, once you realize it, and once you start talking online, offline, you actually realize that there is no difference in our culture, in our language. The only one language we speak is Ton.
I like it. So yeah, can you tell our community what's the main channel, how we can reach your team? Is it? I believe it's Telegram because you don't build. So yeah.
No. It's anywhere. You can do it on Twitter. You can do it on Telegram. We constantly sometimes talking via DMs on Twitter. So there are no limitations. Any channel of distribution that is suitable for you, very welcome to join, speak, share, ask, because experience is the king.
Yeah, definitely. And what about DeFi? How you guys communicate with your community?
Yeah, so I mean, Telegram's also very popular where we are communicating with them, but we do have a cool program. Discord is very popular with our Ston Ambassadors program. So if anyone's interested, check out. So you go ston.fi/Ston Ambassadors. Okay, but you can also Google search away. What we do is we give away 10,000 Ston monthly. That goes to Ston ambassadors that are supporting our product some way. So there's like we have some doing content creation for us that they submit. We have even sometimes event management, so they'll do a little workshop about how to use StonFi. We have a number of ambassadors that do community moderation, right, in different languages. And so things like that, and they're very active on our. That's where our Stone ambassadors are pretty active on our Discord channel. So I would say also like Discord plus Telegram there. But yeah, that's one of the our core things that helps really fuel and then supports the community giving back. Using Stone.
Yeah, great to hear. So at Atomic World, it can sound a little bit outdated, but we do receive a lot of support requests on email. Yeah, that's fun because they actually like Web3 native. So yeah, but yeah, it's nothing special about it. So yeah, guys, if you have some requests, feel free to reach out on X, on Telegram, email, whatever. Okay, so before we wrap up, let's finish the things with a quick lightning round. There will be just 5 quick questions, and you guys have to answer them like really short. So yeah, I will start with the first one, and I believe you will understand the idea behind it. So the first question is the most underrated feature of StoneFi and Ton Stakers. So yeah, StoneFi, you can start with the most underrated feature at your project, and Ton Staker, you can continue with your.
So I would say maybe so weighted stable swaps. So, and this actually connects with Ton stakers. So when you can swap your LSD token through that pool, and because I will go in detail of the mechanics, but it makes it so you're swapping the price of what you would withdraw, right, from Ton stakers. Instead, you're selling your LSD token, and that's through weighted stable swaps.
Yeah, sounds pretty fair. And what about Ton Stake?
It's very easy. You're missing stake in your Ton. Like literally, do you feel better when you realize you have Ton in your wallet or not or in staking having the yield? The answer is very simple: not staking your Ton. Come on, do it.
Yeah, definitely. If you have your Ton in the wallet, just take it. Okay, the second one. One myth about Ton DeFi you would like to debunk.
Sorry, repeat it. Debunk,
Yeah.
or is that what I heard?
Yeah.
Something about Ton that we want to debunk,
Yeah,
like
about
a rumor.
yeah, maybe like that DeFi ecosystem like is weaker than, Solana or Ethereum, something like this, because when you think about DeFi, like Ton is not the thing I believe that appears in the mind. So yeah,
I guess I'll say Ton being scalable due to their sharding infrastructure. People don't realize how scalable the possibilities with that, I would say.
oh yeah, that's pretty fair.
I would go with DeFi on Ton is dead. I hate this rumor because people saying that DeFi is boring or never tried, and yet they're saying it's dead. Oh no, it's very alive. Look at what StoneFi is building and many other great protocols. So start using them. Stop thinking it's dead. Because if you are not using your opportunities, then probably you are dead alive.
Yeah, definitely. Just try DeFi because once again, this Binance wallet is accumulated a lot of liquidity, so people stay bonded with Binance wallet or centralized exchanges. So yeah, I believe that's where this myth grows up from. Okay, the next question is 3 words to describe your project's mission for 2025.
I guess I'll say stake, swap, earn.
I love it. I just support it actually. I'm fan both of StoneFi and Ton Stakers. I would just only maybe add a scalability because there's so many things coming along. So yeah, scalability would be the third one from my side.
Okay, yeah, I actually love the last part, like about you, because that's my favorite word, I believe. Okay, the next question is, what matters more for growth? Liquidity, user experience, or decentralization?
Decentralization has it all. Liquidity and flexibility and the freedom of action. That's how the decentralization was created. When we come back to the concept of creating the guys who were thinking about Bitcoin creation and actually managed it. They have a very beautiful story. So if you listeners do not know, please do some research on cyberpunks and what actually values they brought. So that everything combines together. There is no one out of three. It all comes in one side.
Yeah, to add on decentralization, one thing that's I didn't mention was X stocks will be coming. This was announced by Wallet, right? And that's going to be pools on StoneFi. So now think about, because it's decentralized, anyone can now be able to, even on Ton, buy stocks, right? Even if you're in Africa, you don't have to be a American citizen or something. So that's kind of cool. And then think about, you can earn yield, right? The whole decentralization allows us public people to add liquidity. It doesn't have to be some, big firm in the stock market providing the liquidity and earning from that. It's all of us, and that's what makes decentralization great.
Yeah, it's actually this narrative of getting stocks on chain is really strong because we already have it on Solana, on other chains. So yeah, it's time to have stocks on Ton. Okay, and last but not least, it's kind of tricky, but your favorite project in the Ton ecosystem right now, and you can't call your own project.
And I can't say Ton Stakers either.
You can actually.
I don't want to offend Kiwi, so I'm going to have to say, because I am an active user in Ton Stakers and have my Ton stake there. So because of that, Kiwi, you're my favorite project.
Thank you so much, Eden. Actually, I was about to say StoneFi because my journey of DeFi started with the very first liquidity pool on StoneFi, and I do recall myself. I was so panicking because I was as a person who only starts their journey, they're like trying to double check everything, take a screenshot. So I was like, am I doing everything right? And I asked a best friend of mine to help, and he's like, yeah, chill, everything is good. So since then, right now I'm active participant not only of swapping but also liquidity pools, and I really love what you guys doing. Just for everyone to understand, StoneFi is one of the major infrastructure that billions of people on Telegram and much more using daily. So more to build together. Appreciate it.
And just something to add, there's I guess my second favorite, and it is connected with Ton Stakers, is Affluent. So they have earning vaults that uses Ton Stakers, but improves the yield because they do conservative, what's called looping strategies, right, through lending. So that's a cool project too for you guys all check out, called Affluent. And I know Ton Stakers, you guys like them and work with them as well. So that's another way to find additional yield.
Yeah, I actually just like how Kiwi described your experience in the crypto, because for me it was absolutely the same. I did like screenshots. I double checked the addresses when I sent transactions. Yeah, it was so fun to be newbie in the space, and damn, it was so oh, like I believe it was 2020 when I just entered the space. So yeah, I like the vibes on this space, and yeah, I believe that's pretty it. Yeah, again, guys, thanks for joining us, and everyone who listening, just make sure to follow StoneFi again, Ton Stakers, and Atomic Wallet, because on our accounts there will be a recap in case if you miss something. And yeah, I believe that's it. Stay engaged in the Ton ecosystem, because you guys see that Ton ecosystem, Ton DeFi is definitely not dead. And yeah, just get your Ton, stake it, use TonFi. And yeah, guys, do you have something to say before we finish?
Well, I guess thanks a lot, Ruslan, for hosting. Enjoyed our conversations.
Yeah, thanks again.
Welcome to Tone. Once you come here, make sure you stay for a time because you're still early and the ecosystem is beautiful. Nevertheless, you're a builder, a community member, content creator, or just a user in different kind of matters. There is a lot and tons of things to find that can bring you a lot of pleasure, and not in the YAL terms only, but also an experience as a human being, because we all escaping from Web 2 to Web 3 because this environment is what we are building and co-creating together.
I like that. So yeah, once again, it was a pleasure to talk today. And yeah, just stay tuned for the updates and have a beautiful Thursday, and bye.
Bye.